What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Alphaville. We're going back to their sophomore album, Afternoons in Utopia. Let me once again reiterate how much I enjoy that phrase. And yeah, we're up to the third tune because I did a double reaction when I started last time because I realized how short the opening tune was, or the intro track. Nevertheless, the third tune on the album is called Jerusalem. Obviously, the city has a very long and complicated history and present. Indeed, as simply as possible, there are competing or even conflicting understandings about its history, about what it should be. And it's a very important place culturally, religiously, and not just for one religion, but multiple religions. Ultimately, it's a very complicated place in the world of human geography and history and culture. So, as to what it might be, I'm not sure. It does make me think that, there are references that are technically to the city, but even outside of that. I remember, I forget what song it is, but there's like an English song / prayer where it's like, and may Jerusalem be builded here on England's green land, or something like that. So, it has significance not just in its place, but ultimately what it represents means, again, different things to different people, but it can mean it can be very significant even in places and to people very far removed from the actual city of Jerusalem. So, I'm curious about the title, but without any further context, it's hard to get a sense of what it might be, or how heavy of a tune it might be, or just it might be a setting for a narrative that is not even so much about Jerusalem per se, but just as the backdrop. So lots of different possibilities. Let's find out what it is. This is Alphaville. The tune is Jerusalem, and it's from the 1986 album Afternoons in Utopia. Seeing the scene. Descending bass line. That brass-like synth. I love what it brings to the atmosphere. hear you, Mr. Gold. But I mean, the little touches. Percussion like very booming and echoic now. Epilogue. It's funny how it strips down to that after all the energy and life exuberance of the track. Interesting though, it sounds like a personal narrative, perhaps with Jerusalem as the backdrop, and yet there were references to like new messiahs, something to that effect, so perhaps there's playing with Jerusalem's history more than just as the backdrop. Perhaps there are at least metaphorical phrases about its, religious position, again, in different religions and so on. So yeah, ultimately, it felt like there were maybe multiple layers at play there with the city, Jerusalem, and the term. But yeah, another cool tune, another track that excellently displays Marian Gold's voice. I enjoyed the layering. I think there were like parts where it was like multiple of his voice. Perhaps it's the other members of the group on backing vocals, but I do think there was some multi-layering of his vocal work. Either way, another really cool tune. Excited to hear this album. Again, as we go through it, I'll be thinking, how similar to, how different from Forever Young, but also in terms of, are there some of the same sounds and ideas, but perhaps expressed differently, or even, more fully, more crystallized. These are the things I think as I start going through multiple albums of a group's catalog. So, in any case, let me know what you think of this tune. I'll see you next time. Peace.